Good morning, villagers. Today is a day in the life video and it's a busy one. So I'm not at work today, it's my day off, but tomorrow is my birthday and I am hosting a murder mystery party. So I need to make sure that we have got all the things we need and the house is clean, and I have a zillion things to do. But first, vitamins, and then take Charlotte to school, and then yoga. Everything else can follow after that. So, as well as this list, we need a shopping list, and I have this very cute stationery. So, the first thing we need is potatoes, because I'm going to do potato skins. And I need to look the recipe up for the rest of that. And then for the beef stew, we need mushrooms, onions, and braising steak, and carrots. And then I must go look the recipe up for the pudding. So, the chocolate swamp pudding comes from Real Food for Real Families by Fran Ward. And I've done it before. That's the only thing I've done before out of the things I'm doing for tomorrow's party. So for puddings, we need butter, which I'm getting low on, so I better put that on. Sugar, milk, more eggs, because I finished them this morning. Vanilla extract, did I buy a new one the other day? Yes, I did. Self-raising flour, cocoa powder, brown sugar, more cocoa powder and boiling water. So actually that's quite useful because it doesn't need much extra things buying it in. So that's easily sorted, and once mixed only needs 25 minutes in the oven. And somehow I've got to work out how to make the food arrive at the same time as we need it, and not in the middle of all the murdering, which is done on a CD, and people get little scripts they have to read apparently. So it's all a bit mentally taxing today, trying to work out all the things that need doing. So hopefully this will be a funny video for you to watch of me slowly losing my marbles. Right, must be time to take Charlotte to school. See you in a bit. And off to yoga I go. So that's an hour of yoga done, and I'm going to lie on the floor and relax, which is always my favourite bit. I had a drink before I went in, which was a mistake, because the last 10 minutes of the class I was desperate for a wee. I've had a phone call that I've missed while I've been in yoga for the interview that I'm going to on Monday, so I need to sit in the car for a minute and call them back, and then we'll get on with the list of jobs. I'll show you my clipboard. So that's the shopping list for the party tomorrow, and this is the list that we're working to today until we add anything else on. So that's yoga. We've now got to go collect Charlotte's boot ready for the Raz show. I am filming the video, as you can see. Buy cat food, shop for the party, and ironing. I also need to clean the downstairs of the house. Right, see you in a bit. So, the interview's been cancelled due to lack of funding. apparently the funding's been pulled at the last minute. So a 3-month secondment job that apparently they desperately need is no longer. So that's been cancelled. So I'm all right with that. And now we're on to parking in Sutton to go and fetch Charlotte's boot from the cobblers because she needs it as part of her costume for the Vase show next month. And the last time she wore it, taking it on and off, I think, busted the zip. So hopefully they've been able to fix that, and then buy some cat food, and then home, I think, at least temporarily, for a coffee. So we're ticking things off. Charlotte's boot back from the cobblers, and I've just been to buy cat food. So I think before I go home, I'm going to do this shopping, and then I can go home, have lunch and a shower before I start cleaning the house. And then I'm in then for the rest of the day. I am unclear why on a Friday morning at about 11 AM, Morrison's car park is heaving, absolutely heaving. And lots of them are white vans, which makes no sense to me unless people are parking quick, popping in and grabbing some lunch or something, which seems very strange to me. It is 20 degrees and it is the end of April. Isn't that marvellous? Sky is blue. It's very uncharacteristic. It has snowed for my birthday before now, which is very rare, but still. So we're at Morrison's. We're just going to go and do the food shop ready for the party, and anything else that I can think of that we might need between now and when I go shopping proper later on in the weekend. So I will see you in the supermarket. Well, that's the Morrison's done. And now home for lunch, shower, and I'm hoping an episode of Outlander has now been released. So that's my lunch sorted out. And then this afternoon will be veg prep and cleaning the house. See you at lunch. So that's the shopping put away. Now time for lunch. I treated myself to a salad from Morrison's, and I'm going to top it up with some ham and 2 baby bells. And let's go see if Outlander's ready yet. So none of my programmes have released their new episode yet, so I've started Leave the World Behind with Julia Roberts and a selection of other people, but it's also executively produced by Barack and Michelle Obama, which I thought was rather funny. So anyway, now I'm on to the final leg of all my cleaning and things, which I must confess I am slightly putting off. It feels like a very large job. So I'm going to go and hang some washing out in the sunshine instead, and then come in, count all the crockery in case I need to borrow some, and then start with cleaning the living room and the kitchen. So out into the sunshine we go. I mowed the grass this week. How is it that the dandelions grow faster than the grass? There must be some sort of scientific principle. As you can see, my rhubarb is growing very well. So it won't be long before it'll be jam making season again. Do you find the moment you start a job, that's when the battery dies in the vac? That's happened to me on the big vac and my little vac in the last 10 minutes. I have cleaned the downstairs toilet, so while my various appliances charge, I think I'll finish the movie I started at lunchtime with a cup of tea. So I've finished my film, now it's time to get back to doing some tidying. This space needs packing up so that we can open the table out to make more room, so I now need to tidy it all away. thinking about it, aren't you, Rio? Want your chair out? Rio! You can't see him yet, but he's sitting on this chair, peering up at the video. You're going to go and have a look, Rio, see what it is. Wasn't it very exciting? No. Oh, okay. And this is a bag of compost that needs to go back out into the shed. So we've got socks from my treat box that need to go upstairs, hand cream that needs to go upstairs, Slimming World stuff that needs to go with me to Slimming World tomorrow. So that needs to stay out. And tickets for my mother-in-law when she comes in a minute. So, next stage, have we got enough crockery or do I need to borrow some from anybody? Want to go out, Rio? Yes, I have enough. Mostly Denby, but over the years we've lost some of the Denby due to breakages and whatnot. So we bought this white set as an emergency purchase once before we had extra people for dinner. So I do have 8 of everything plus a couple of spares for breakfast in the morning. So I think I'm going to be okay. I'm just going to work out what cookware type stuff I need as well. So I think it will be this biggest casserole dish, the lasagna dish for the pudding, and I guess baking trays for my potato skins. I'm going to directly serve the mashed potato and the vegetables, so I don't need a salad bowl. Yeah, so I think that's it, we're all set. So while I'm watching TV, I'm going to do a foot soak with this bath salts in my bucket. Do you know what this is? I watched Good Morning Vietnam with my dinner, and now there are strange noises coming from upstairs, and I'm here on my own and the cat is even outside, and I'm just concerned what it is, so I'm coming up to have a look. I think it's probably the boiler. We'll have a look. Nothing looks amiss in the bathroom. The boiler is operational, so maybe it's just having a little hard life. So now I wait for everybody else to come home. Charlotte's gone to ballroom. Nick's at work all day and staying for games, so he may well be much later. Oh, did you hear that? Yeah, that's definitely the boiler making noises like that. It is due for servicing, so maybe that's something to do with it.